talk about this. Y'all not gonna believe what I just heard on the news, girl. Woo! Do y'all remember back in 2024, the twins, the 19-year-old girl, she got stabbed to death by this man that would not take no for an answer. Girl, we got an update on that, girl. It is video footage of the twins and a group of girls putting paws on that man, kicking that man, hitting that man in the streets right before he did what he did, girl. Woo! Girl, we got to talk about this. I got news report footages. I got photos and everything. Before I start, I got to let y'all know you are here at the Messy Sweet Spot. I'm your girl, Bonquisha B, honey, and I talk about everything, okay? To hot gossip, to news, and it all. So you better subscribe here, okay? So, honey, let me put the video picture up, okay? So I want you guys to remember. Do y'all remember this picture? Okay, it happened in March 2024 in Brooklyn, okay? Brooklyn, baby. So this is what was told originally. The girls were coming from this situation, right? A little party, okay? This guy kept on messing with them and messing with them. They went into the store, the deli, the bodega, you know, to get away from the dude. And remember, the owner of the store know that girl. He was like, these are sweet girls, right? And they said as soon as she got out of the store, then that's when that man came and sliced and diced, okay? So the update is, before all of that, is video footage of the twins and a group of their friends jumping on that man in the streets. Now, people are wondering. They say, well, is it self-defense? They said, that sounds like self-defense to me. Not if he went back home limping and then he came back with the knife. That's premeditated, baby. Okay, that's planned, baby. That means he came back with ill intent. If he went back home limping, he had time to call the cops. He had time to call the police or his mama or somebody or cool down. You know, only self-defense is when you in the heat of the moment and you are being like your life is at stake at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Not you going back to your house and coming back to finish up what you was going to do. And I'm assuming that's why the girls was hiding in the shop, because they felt that he was going to come back to do some damage. And I'm thinking this. I'm thinking, okay, so maybe in the beginning, initially, he tried to hit on them, you know what I'm saying? And they wasn't feeling it. Like, boy, you better go somewhere. And then things got physical, and then they end up jumping him because he was disrespecting them. He got a horrible track record, y'all. He got a reputation of being a wild one, okay? He ain't no good boy. He's a bad boy. So they was offending themselves, and they end up jumping him. And they didn't kill him, no. They didn't kill that boy. That man, because he a man, he a dog, he a man. So, honey, that man said, no, I'm going to take a life today. And he took that 19-year-old girl life, precious life. People on the internet, they sell the video. They're like, no, that's self-defense. That's self-defense. Let him out, let him out. But like I said, he took a damn life, okay? And these are girls. And he took a life. And he could have went and called the cops or did something. So, honey, let's roll that footage, shall we?
Shared by the family of Veo Kelly, the man charged for attacking twin sisters outside of a Park Slope deli is being used for claims of self-defense. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Amanda Bossard. News 12's Morgan Scott is on the scene where Samyia Spain was killed and her sister Sanyia was stabbed in her arm just over a year ago. With a closer look at that new video, Morgan.
Yeah, Amanda, it was right here where police say Samyia Spain was killed and her sister stabbed in her arm after their rejection to advances made by Veo Kelly made him turn violent. But today, Kelly's loved ones say this new video shows that the moments before the stabbing actually occurred will tell a different story. Right away, you can see a group of 5 girls, including the twins, fighting then 20-year-old Veo Kelly on that early morning in March.
They're literally stomping him out, acting as savages. He just got out of a wheelchair 2 weeks prior to that situation, so it was no way he can just jump up.
Another girl pulls out a knife, although never appearing to use it. Kelly's sister Faith says that should have been enough.
Anyone who saw that video can definitely say that it was an act of self-defense. It seems like they were antagonizing the situation.
But the video captures moments before Samyia and Sanyia were stabbed by Kelly. At that point, it appears that both groups were already dispersed, raising questions about what then happened in between that time.
They're not showing the actual part where he came from the rave, went into the store, and how it started.
Ramos, speaking on behalf of the twins' mom, says Kelly was always the initial aggressor, and in the end, she believes he came back around with clear intentions.
They got out the store and he came back by himself. His friends didn't come back with him. So within his intentions was he was gonna hurt one of them.
Now, Kelly's sister tells us that since her brother was sent to Rikers, her family has had to move for safety. But she's hopeful that videos like this will help tell the state of mind her brother was in. But on the other hand, the Spain family saying that hurt will never go away, and they've never been the same since Samyia was taken away. In Park Slope,
all right, Park Slope, you heard it, honey. And what I got to say about this, because I got more reporting to do about this situation, what I got to say about this is this. You know, a life is gone. A 19-year-old girl, her whole future was taken away from her. They didn't kill that man. And for him to leave and come back to finish one of them, that is horrible, girl, okay? So I see people saw the video, and it's like, why they have to wait a whole year and some months to release that video? You sure it's not AI? Honey, I don't think it's AI, but I don't know what it is. And then why did he wait months until he turned himself in? You know, honey, and he already have a horrible record. You know what I'm saying? So the life is taken. He still get to live. He still get to see his family. You know, he still get to eat and boo-boo and all that shit every day. But she is gone by him. And this don't even have to be. You know, so I don't think he's innocent by far. Okay, but I want to know your thoughts, and I want to read this, okay? March 2024, y'all, outside of a deli, twin sisters, they were attacked, okay? Turned down advances. And we do have video footage of people that was there, because I'm going to play back in the day video footage where witnesses, they saw it all, and they were saying that that guy, he was the aggressor, okay? It says one sister killed, one wounded, okay? And the sister had to watch her twin sister die in front of her. Ain't that sad? She ain't gonna never forget that, girl, okay? And you know, men's supposed to protect these girls, not be harming them. And why did they jump him, okay? It gotta be a reason why them girls was jumping on that man. Because he probably violated them. Them girls wasn't just going around looking for a man to jump, okay? He has a horrible record, girl. These girls have to defend themselves. When it's a man, you know a woman can't beat no man. So hell, they have to come together. Girls unite. Who run the world? Girls, okay? And he came back with ill intention, okay? So honey, let's see. Like I said, if he had time to go back home and get that knife, he had time to call the police. He had time to cool down. When you coming back, honey, that's ill intent. That's premeditated. And you heard what they said. His boys wasn't there with him. He came back by himself. He don't look like he just got off the wheelchair with me. If he was so pain in the wheelchair and he just started walking, sit your ass down. They already whooped you, sit down. But it was his ego, girl, okay? It was his ego, and he had to take somebody out. All right, so, honey, let's continue. New video released by suspect family. Y'all saw that video, honey. I ain't edited that now. Bonquisha gonna let it play. All right. Kelly being assaulted by a group of girls, including the twins, who stomped on him before any stabbing occurred. Okay? Self-defense claim. Kelly attorney and sister Faith Kelly argue the video proves he was defending himself after being jumped. No, 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 because it does not show him having that slice and dice at that moment, getting jumped and tagging those girls. It don't show that. Okay? And we all know he left, he got that knife, and while he left, that's when the girls ran into the store and they asked to lock the doors because they was afraid that he was going to come back and do something. So let's not play that. So as soon as the girls thought it was safe and they opened the door, he was waiting on them. He was waiting on them. And that's when he did what he did. It's premeditated, baby. They trying to twist that shit. Okay, you can't get past me, Bonquisha, baby. Okay, have the whole internet in an uproar. That's why they put it out here so the internet can be in an uproar. Oh my God, look how they framed that black man. Look how they framed that black. Be for real. Okay, so knife appears early. In the footage, one girl pulls out a knife but never uses it, raises questions about the escalation. All right. Video cuts off before stabbing. The newly footage ends before any stabbing. So the actual timeline, what happened inside the deli, remains unclear. Okay, you got a woman friend of the twin allegedly said it was a planned return. A friend claims that Kelly left the scene and he returned back with the knife with bad intention. Okay, the legal damage control. His defense is pushing to reduce the charges from murder to manslaughter. Okay, arguing self-defense. Bullshit. He was perfectly fine when he left that fight, okay? That jump. He got jumped, okay. It was a fight, okay. He was perfectly fine. He was fine. He came back, hiding out, walking and running, and then he ran for months and didn't even turn himself in. That man was fine. He was not wounded like that to take somebody's life out. It was not the end-all, be-all for his life. And he knows that. He was not in danger of his life after he got jumped and left and went back home. Those girls was not chasing him down to his home. Those girls was in that goddamn store hiding out, scared that he was going to return to retaliate, which he did. Don't play with me. I need y'all to comment. I want to know what y'all got to say about this. Okay, so it says here, cases pending with high stakes. Kelly says Kelly is going to stay in Rikers jail, no bail. If convicted of murder, he faces 15 years to life, okay? That's what we're dealing with. All right, so let's play a little bit of old footage. Are y'all ready? Check this out.
At Slope Natural Plus on 4th Avenue. He was drinking at a party hall down the street from the deli. That's when he approached the two women as they walked to the closest deli to them. It was 2 in the morning. The two sisters, their brother, and at least one other friend were walking together. Everyone else noticed that somebody had been following Samyia in particular. In order to get him to leave, Samyia gave her Instagram. She wasn't planning on following him back though. Her sister Sanyia grabbed her phone and said, "Come with me. Why are you talking to that boy? I don't want you talking to that boy." That's when they walked away and Veo attacked them. Kelly got really upset and allegedly pulled out a knife and stabbed Sanyia Spain in the chest and the neck. She died. Her sister, Sanyia, was cut in the arm but survived. Sanyia told the news that the deli worker threw Kelly out the store and locked the doors. After the sisters left the deli, they saw Kelly had two friends with him. He had a knife in his hand, and he was saying, "I'm gonna stab y'all in the face. I'm telling everyone to back up," and he pushed Samyia to the ground. A search warrant at his home resulted in a finding of the clothing believed to be worn during the attack, but the murder weapon itself was not found for a couple days. Police have recovered video surveillance from the store.
Spain died after
And of a physical encounter in front of it, but they do not have footage of the stabbing itself. Veo Kelly is in custody, awaiting to face a judge Friday.
All right, so like I said, that's old news. I just gave you guys updated, and I want you to watch this video too, okay? Check this out.
If you reject a guy, you deserve to get stabbed for it. Let's watch the following video.
A young woman died tragically right in front of her twin sister after a vicious attack in Park Slope, according to police sources. News 12's Julia Joseph is at the scene on 4th Avenue, where people nearby are just understandably shocked and scared.
Well, Noelle, from eyewitnesses who were here at the time of the stabbing earlier this morning, the nature of why it all happened is quite disturbing. Take a listen.
One of the guys had complimented the two girls that had walked in with their friends, and they said no, they weren't attracted.
Police haven't been able to confirm that part for us. Witnesses say it was inside of this bodega when the 19-year-old twin sisters were just coming by to grab a late-night snack. What sounds like an undesired interaction quickly turned deadly.
So the second they opened the door, he ran back into the door and started attacking them.
The witnesses say a man wearing all black stabbed both girls, one in the neck and one in the arm. Police telling us a suspect was wearing a mask.
So then everybody gets to attending her. One of her friends took off their shirts and started putting neck compression on her neck to try to slow down the bleeding. And she was gushing blood just down her entire body, covering the street.
Ooh, honey, sound like he was mad and he wanted revenge. That's what it sounds like to me. He was out for blood. He wanted revenge, girl. Ooh, I tell you, it's a lot out here in these streets. But I want to know, what are y'all thoughts about this? Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe here at the Messy Sweet Spot. I'm your host, Bonquisha B, honey. And you know I'm coming back with more commentary. Bye.